thought that was a nice open. The air compressor is going, sorry about that. We're going to run some more tests on this today to see if maybe it's a wheel bearing, an axle bearing here. This caused that rumble that sort of upset me. It's almost decent today. It's around 50. And I have a little list here. I'm going to put some more oil in it and all that stuff. Ooh, cool breeze. I might have to close those back doors. So let's see, did I leave it in neutral? Yep. So always nervy going up on a lift with your stuff in neutral, even if you have the chocks. So let's take her up, and I got the, like I said, the air's going so I can jack this thing up, and we're going to check these wheels, make sure there's nothing that's a problem there, because when this is a Dana 45, so I couldn't find the exact bearings. They don't make them anymore, so I had to kind of wrap them with a little tape and not tape, but that foil stuff. They went in there pretty tight, but maybe one of those have come loose. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm gonna take it up and I'm gonna rotate everything and sort of look and listen and see what's going on. The U-joints are pretty new, so I don't think it's that. But I'm just gonna check everything. What else can you do? So anyway. Ooh, it's a little stiff breeze out there. So the pond's thawing, and you'll get to see possums on ice later at the end of this video. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so here we go. I don't think I've ever used my foot on this. Okay. Goes the air compressor again. It would be going again. All right, let's take a look. I gotta go get some hair gel. Good golly, this wind's blowing right at me. Well, let's find out here. I want the air compressor to stop so I can hear what's going on. I'll go get some hair gel in the interim. Okay. It's mighty tight. I don't notice anything here that would make me feel, you know, I think I'm going to take the, I don't know, the brakes are so good, I don't want to mess with the brake adjustment. You know what, I think that's fine. I'm looking at the drive shaft. Let's go to the other side. I don't feel anything or hear anything there. I have to use both hands. Let's see if I can get it to turn so you can. This side's very tight. I think I will probably, once I get her down, just check the wheel studs. That just feels... Now I'm watching the drive shaft. I'm making do it this way. And there doesn't seem to be a lot of play when you move the wheel. Normal. So I'm not too worried about that. So I'm doing 3 and 9 and 6 and 12, and I don't really. I don't know why the brakes are so tight. I don't know. Let's mess with that. Ooh, cool breeze. I think I found some of it. It's not going to bother me. I'm just gonna live with it. We never go much over 50, but watch this. Can you see it? Can you see it moving and rocking? If it was on a tripod, you could. You can hear it too. Well, that's it right there. Now, it could be that it's doing that because I got the axle up in the air. But that's definitely unacceptable. But this is the original, not the original, but original to me, old Turbo Hydromatic 350. So you never know if it's the spline in there. You can see where it's kind of clean there. Yeah, well that's probably some of it. I pulled the adjuster covers off and took the adjustment off, and I'm going to play with those now. So it's nothing here. Look at that U-joint though. That's moving a little bit. That's weird. Well, let's rotate around. Oh well. Let's make sure that those are tight. They are. I just did that flipping U-joint. Well, that's the rest of it right there. Okay. I bet that U-joint don't have any miles on it. Well, I'll pull it off and take it up to the parts store. That's definitely some of it right there. Well, all right. Propeller shafts are extremely sensitive creatures. I don't think it's a U-joint here. Well, let me pull that U-joint out of the back and we'll replace it. Baby steps. I'm doing the work. Okay. Well, that makes me feel a little better. All right. Well, that may just end us for today. Let's do this one more time. Okay, I think the wheel bearings are fine. Oh, I wanted to do the pull out and back and forth test too. Okay. I don't think there's anything unusual on the pull it out test, the up and down best this way. So let's try this one. Okay. Well, it's always good to find something. Okay, I think that's it. Well, we found something. Now when I pull this U-joint out, I can take the drive shaft out, and maybe I can, I don't know if it's keyed up there, maybe I can change the way the spirals are in there, maybe get some of that slop out of it. But I'll have to figure out something. Well, these have got to go, so let's pull them. Okay, well I got the stirrups out, so we're right back here at the diff, so we're about to check this out right here. Move that over there, and then I probably want to move over here. I got my pan ready to catch any fluid that might come out of the trans here. Need both hands on this. Okay, here it goes. Alright, alright. No fluid came out of there. Alright, let's put this down on the ground. You You got to be careful with drive shafts. You hear it? Okay. So it's this rear bushing. Maybe I put a new, look at that. Okay. Turbo hydromatic bushing. I think you can do that. I have to look that up tonight. I kind of remember something about that. So no fluid came out. That would certainly cause the rumble. Oh, terrible, terrible, terrible. Okay, let's go back here. All right. Well, they're greasy enough. I can hear you being greasy. Yeah, I can feel something in there. It's always something. So rear bushing and this thing's. Okay, well, I think that's about all I can do today. I'll pull this off and we'll look at it. Okay, so look at that. This actually will move. That's kind of a rarity there. You don't see that very often. These are the old internal clip things. I've cleaned it off some. So I'm going to have to take this up with me because it's you can't look up parts for this thing. I've got a couple of good stories about trying to do that, and I tell them what I want, and they said, "What does it go on?" I said, "Well, it ain't going to help you any." I don't feel any play in it though. So when I put that back together, I'm gonna have to do something about that. That's just not gonna be happy tidings there. Let's take it on out. So yeah, there she is. This one's good. This one's real tight. So I'm okay with that one. That's where they had those plastic insert things. So I think I'm gonna move this down some because this ain't that. It's not going to be forced in the direction that it matters. Okay, these are these kinds of clips on the inner part here, and I already got it pulled out that way. All right, and then that'll usually just slide on out there. All right, like that. Okay. Well, it's not that I didn't have enough grease in them. Well, I guess we're done. I keep saying that and I keep working. I guess I'll go readjust the brakes and put some oil in it and then all of that stuff. So what you do now is you get some, well, that's a funny looking thing, ain't it? That's one of them weird ones. All right, we're just going to leave that there. And I'll tell you what, let's just call it because that's all I can do today. So give us a thumbs up and we shall proceed. I think we found our rumble. And that's good. Rungable in the jungle. All right. So you get some black tape and you tape around the outer parts here so they won't come off. Let's clean it up a little bit. Always take your old parts up to the parts place when it's nice and clean. Okay. Thanks again for watching, sharing time with me. And we'll get her right. I'm just glad it wasn't a flipping axle. Well, let's take the tail shaft off and see what's causing that. I think I know. So you take your speedometer cable off. You got this little pawl thing right here. Take that off. And before you try to get the tail shaft off, I'm just going to have you a little pain right there. Pull your speedometer drive out. Good time to put an O-ring in it. Sucker's pretty flat, okay? Alright, we're going to clean all that up in the hydrosonic, or whatever you call it, ultrasonic. So it looks like I'm clear. I got the seal out. That's no big doings there. So that's probably a 9/16. Okay, well let's knock this off and see how much oil we can lose. Alright. I got my impact driver and extension, and we'll do all that and we'll see what we get. Okay, I got the 4 bolts off. I'll have to, they seem to be kind of dedicated to something. Looks like it's obviously held something else. Okay, so I whacked it with the dead blow hammer. go on the side with no light here. Okay. So there's a ring there. That bushing's easier to get to. Okay. Fairly obvious what goes on there. So there's your there's your problem, lady. I'm not going to be able to do anything about that. I don't think. Well, don't look like there's much oil back here. It's wet though. Look at that bushing, man, that thing. I think I'm just going to have to get... Let's go test this on back there, and then we'll see. Okay, that'll be kind of interesting to do that. So well, I was hoping for something a little easier to deal with there. So here's where this goes. Okay, let's see how bad this is. Oh no, don't go that way, crazy dude. Look how bad that is. I think we'll just have to do the best we can with what we got here. I don't want to knock that out till I'm sure. That's really, really bad. So I can get some of it out. I'm not pulling the transmission out of it because it's okay. Put this in the ultrasonic for sure too. We'll hold on to that little O-ring. Okay, well, wonder how big around this is. Let's go get the micrometer and measure this just so we'll know. Okay, let's see what this is. 1.5. Right on the, I don't know if you could see it, 1.5 right on the button there. Okay. Well, that makes that easy. So this is going to be one of those things where perfection is the enemy of good. And I'm just going to have to do good here. So I'm not going to be able to do perfection. So how big is this? Oh. 1 5/8 maybe. I would go with that. That's pretty doggone close, yeah. So 1 5/8, 1.5. Okay. I just might as well just leave that there. I guess I'll stay there. Okay, not losing any fluid. That's just not making a mess everywhere anyway. I don't know what the spline situation is, but I don't think I'm going to worry about it. Let's get the number off that seal while we're doing it. Okay. I don't know if this is auto shut off or not, so I try to remember to turn everything off when I do something. So there's that. There's that funky. There's a number there. I'll see if I can get it. Okay. It looks like 9813S or something. So we're gonna take this with this UJoint up there, and we'll figure that out. I thought the tail shaft stuff was gonna be a little easier to deal with. I mean, I thought that inner bushing was easier to get to, but we ain't gonna be doing that. I think it's gonna be okay. Farm truck says so right on the tag. All right, let's go in. We'll re-engage in a day or two. Okay, I found this socket that looks like it just fits in there. I really didn't want to knock this out, but maybe there's a number on it. That's what I was thinking. Whammy bangy. Let me go get, let's just see how hard this is. I don't think this is too hard to do. And I'll use the press to put it back in, because you don't want to wangle up the edges here when you're putting them in. Let's see if I can just knock this out. Well, as you can tell, that's working. So, don't let it get cocked in there. Okay. Yeah, that's working pretty good. I hope you can get a new one of these. So, quit cocking on me. Alright, there you go. Let's see if there's those ultrasonic ways. No ultrasonic ways. Well, at least now I can measure this, and when I order it, I'll know, I hope. Okay, look how brassy it looks. It's worn pretty good. Okay, well, that was a lot less troublesome than I thought it was going to be. Okay, powder coat that thing? No, I don't think so. Well, I don't have a ring that big. I might, but I don't know. I couldn't figure out what it was. I tried to move the fluid around on top of the thing, and it's full of ice. It's been a mite cold around these parts here lately. Let's just put that there, and we'll set that to soak, as normal Ray would say. Okay. Alright, I found an O-ring for the drive for the speedometer, big deal. So it's fine. Feels good, looks good. And so, just all the little things you got to do. Let's put a can of this around up here. We'll need that. And see, I got it. You would never know it, but there's a new O-ring right there. I'll clean all this stuff up. It's amazing how chalky that gear is. I mean, that's really bad. But yeah, it seems to be working okay. It doesn't leak too much. Leaks more out of the coolant lines. The transmission fluid cooler lines than anything else. Okay, I keep saying let's call it a day, and I keep working, so that's the way I am. But this time I'm calling it. I'm surprised by this. It is just about 10:30, and there's a possum out there. I don't think I've ever seen one. Look at him trying to get a drink. Oh my gosh, isn't that... It's just so frozen. They got down to 11 the night before and 14 last night. And I took my little light globe and pulled it out, and it's like playing what they call curling. Well, there he is getting a drink of water. What it does is it'll melt along that back edge. You can see the shadows. The sun hits that back edge where the liner is black, and it sort of makes it so they can get in and get a drink. So all the birds come. I've already given the peanuts to the crows and everything. So, well, let's see if he moves around. That kind of stunned me. Look at him walking out on the ice. Oh my goodness. He's just right out there in it. I got to take a still of that. That's amazing. Hope you don't fall in. I don't think you will. That stuff's pretty thick. He's just walking along the edge. Well, if he falls in, I'll let you know. Maybe he'll turn around and walk back this way. Took a big chance at the high school dance there and on the pond. Maybe he'll walk this way. I don't even know who sings that. I don't, that's not my genre. Just kind of remember it as it rhymes in my head. That's not exactly action-packed. We'll see what happens to him. He's having a little trouble, obviously. He's kind of sliding around. Hope he comes back this way. I saw his legs splay out just a moment ago. I can't run tape on this the whole time. Alright, let's see if he does something big here. Oh, there he goes. He's trying to get every little drop he can. I hope it's good for him. Just don't fall in. I'm sure he's fallen in stuff before and can get out, but oop. See, Possum's on ice. Oop. Oh, that's funny. Oh, he says, okay, well, that's enough. That's enough of that. I think you got enough water. You're supposed to warm up pretty good so all the animals will have water today. Maybe later today. What I do is I start that fountain over there. I call him Cece. And that helps circulate it and get them a little patch over there. They seem to notice it too. They'll go over there and drink off my little stone I put there for them. So here he comes. They sure are cute, aren't they? Alright. That was funny. I got him sliding around a little bit anyway. Okay, he seems satisfied. The crows came. They didn't like that. They landed over here and saw him, and they said thanks, but no thanks. Let's see where he goes here. He's coming over to the umbrella. They root around for grubs. I don't want to go out there and mess with him. I don't mind that they come around. It doesn't bother me. Well, looks like he's mulling it over. I don't think I can see him better from here. Always put a sticker on your door to keep people from running into it. Alright. Was he gonna go get more to drink? Let's see what he does. Skunk came by last night about 3:45, tripped off the cambot. Huh? Where are you going, little fella? Don't eat my flamingo. Well, you know, their body temperatures are kind of lower and they don't carry rabies and all that. That's what they tell me. They do carry that disease, that virus that will kill a horse when they get older and become susceptible to such things. So, oh, don't eat my... I thought I was going to eat my little solar panels that feed the light for the flamingo. I think lickety split is not the phrase one would use. Huh? Alright, you do what you want to do. If he does something fantastical, we'll Captain Fantastic here, we'll do something. We'll talk to him about that. No, he's just looking around. think he's just catching some sun. Well, if he falls in or anything, we'll do that. All right, well, other than that, we're going to call it quits.